Follow the money. That's what I always say. You always follow the money. Yeah.
This is Follow the Money with Mitch Moss and Pauly Howard on VSiN.
Welcome in. Thanks for watching today on YouTube TV, for listening on Sirius XM channel 158, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, or any of our terrific affiliates across the country. In this hour, we'll get to line moves in college football coming up in 15 minutes. Great schedule of games this weekend. Derek Stevens, owner, CEO of this great property, lifelong Tigers fan. He was at Game 2 Sunday night in Seattle and watched his team lose, and now we're waiting for Game 3 in Detroit to start, and it looks like, Pauly, now here's the update, because for those of you just tuning in now and wondering, hey, guys, what's the score in the game? Haven't had a chance to look yet. Well, we have not seen the first pitch yet, and it was supposed to start more than 2 hours ago. Well, right around 2. So it looks like the last batch of rain is moving through that area as we speak. And now, according to FS1, they are saying that the first pitch should be around 7:30 Eastern, about 90 minutes from right now. So we're going to have that game going on simultaneously with the Yankees and the Blue Jays tonight.
I don't trust Seattle on the road. They should win this game tonight. They should be up 2-0. It's unfortunate what happened with the blown call in Game 1, but they also have to get the bats going. And I've been disappointed in their offense so far. Polanco was the reason they won along with Castillo Game 2. But with all these guys that can hit, you got to do better than 3 runs and 2 runs. Pitching chaos can't hold you to 2 runs at home in Game 1 when everyone's so amped up and you hadn't won a home playoff game since 2001. So it's right there with Gilbert against Flaherty. Their record's horrendous, not only without Skubal, but when Flaherty goes, and then you can knock out Mize tomorrow, you should win this series. Adjusted series price, $1.30 with Seattle. And Gilbert's outs, 16.5. Flaherty, 14.5. Heavily juiced to the under, -150.
Let me give you this now with Gilbert's K prop. And here was my biggest concern about any of this. And that was, again, it was supposed to be 4:08 Eastern time with the start. If they started the game and then that second batch of rain were to come in, they would probably have to yank all the players off the field and say, well, now there's a rain delay. And that's when you want to be on every under imaginable. But if this is now the last batch of rain, they waited, did the smart thing here now by postponing this thing for 3.5 hours. This Tigers lineup has struck out 59 times in 5 postseason games so far. And Gilbert's K prop, it's 6.5 and it's juiced over. So a team that strikes out a ton is getting a really good starting pitcher tonight, but now his expectations are to win the bet, you got to plunk down juice, and then he's got to hit 7. Too much?
No, they haven't been hitting and all the strikeouts. I think he should get there. Question is, how long does he go, though? But he should get it. And they need him tonight, too, in this game. Hope Seattle can get it done. But then I don't like the road record either. They did sweep them in Detroit earlier this year.
Yeah.
But they finished, even though they got hot late and won 20 out of 23 at home. But that 17-1 run overall, they were still 3 games under 500 on the season on the road. Rodon is 14.5. Bieber's 15.5. I like Rodon over outs. I like Bieber under outs. And we'll see if the Yankees can have some hope here and keep their season alive. The 2015 Blue Jays were down 2-0 and came back to win. They lost first 2 at home. As we mentioned earlier, 80-10 all-time, best of 5 when you win the first 2 games. They punished them. It's been an embarrassment for New York, how easy it's been for Toronto. The by-the-way runs to make it look respectable in Game 2 by the Yankees. But nothing from Judge and Stanton. Last 38 at-bats, 3 extra base hits, all doubles. And this Toronto offense has been so good. But they're 8-1 at home this year against the Blue Jays, against the Yankees. Now, can they do it in New York, where they've had some problems? And Bieber, so-so playoff numbers, and he doesn't have good numbers against the Yankees. I would just say Rodon over outs here and get at least through 5, which Boone needs him.
Yeah, it's 14.5. It's -150 in that neighborhood just to get 15 outs. But I bet him over his outs prop in his first game of the playoffs, and it did get there. It was a little squeaky bum time against the Red Sox, but he actually finished it off and came out there and gave him 6 strong. And tonight with this bullpen, Pauly, don't you think Boone's going to, unless he gets absolutely rocked, and there's nothing he can do about that, Don't you think he rides this guy for as long as possible? Against the Blue Jays this year, in 2 starts, the ERA was 3.6. The whip was alarming at 1.9 and only 7 Ks per 9. I would not look at his Ks over because he's not been trending in that direction. It's been the exact opposite. But I think outs there is probably a good look for him in this game. I don't know what to do with Bieber. Bieber's 15.5.
I know. I would say under. There's another one too, right? Toronto, 54-27 at home. Losing record on the road. Magic number also 5. They got that ridiculous, 75-4 when they score 5 or more runs this year?
Yeah.
But remember that stretch they had when they were trying to wrap up the division? They went to Tampa and couldn't hit. They lost 2-1. Then they got shut out. Went to New York, scored 1 run, and lost 4-3 also in early September. But I would say, if anything, over in this game also, with Rodon outs over and the game over. The adjusted series price, Toronto's minus 550. The other one, Milwaukee's up to 750. Will the Cubs get swept?
Give me the path for the Cubs to come back and, force a Game 5.
Well, Priester's got shaky numbers against the Cubs. Tyone's been solid. Problem is, what are the Cubs going to do offensively? The Cubs have been held to 3 runs or fewer in all 5 playoff games. Where's the offense? What a job by the Milwaukee bullpen. Mm-hmm. You get 3 early, you got 1 hit the rest of the game. Tyone was good against the Padres, but it's a different animal here with Milwaukee. They have so many guys that can hit. It's awesome that this worked out for the Brewers and Murphy, that the bullpen, the opener worked out, and you got Priester in your back pocket. Priester's only 12.5, under minus 160. Tyone's 10.5 for outs.
Why would Priester be 12.5?
I would think you can open him up and let him go.
Of course you can.
Why would he? Yes, let him go. Maybe the day off, it's more Miz right behind him. I don't know. But this guy, he should be able to at least go 6 innings. You won 19 straight appearances until you lost that meaningless game on that Saturday against the Reds.
Imagine the Cubs come back and win this series. Give me a price on the Dodgers-Cubs.
Oh, mama. How high can you make it?
I mean, it would be absolutely massive.
Yeah. A bag Imanaga's been?
I think
they're not going to hit Tyone?
That might be
come on.
lay a game and a half.
Oh, no.
With the Dodgers in the series.
No.
Lay 2. That's 4-1.
There's no respect for this team. The Cubs are favored. This was the best team in baseball with the best run differential. They just kicked their ass in back-to-back games. They didn't even have to use Priester. They got him ready to go. Who's Tyone? 97-65. Good on the road as well. Plus 172 run differential and so many guys that can hit. I don't get it. Well, I think the Brewers beat them.
What I keep hearing is they're not a good team when it comes to slugging, and they're not a team that's going to launch a lot of home runs.
Okay, yeah, right. How does that look now?
I mean,
they've been playing long ball.
But either way, they make a ton of hard contact. And if they're not, so if the ball's not going, here's the thing. If the ball's not going to go over the fence, they're also putting them in the alleys. And then they're going to multiple guys are capable of extra base hits.
Right.
And then on top of that, they're really good at stealing bases.
Right. They can beat you 9-8. They can beat you 2-1.
Of course. Yeah, that's exactly right.
And they run Cheerios on. Last 5 playoff games, 10 for 18, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs.
Well, and the X factor is Mizorowski.
He could be.
I'm watching him pitch last night, and I'm just thinking to myself, these guys are paid professionals, and they have 0 chance against the guy.
Yeah.
But how could anybody? He's coming at you. He's painting the corners at 104 miles an hour, and then he drops off a 94-mile-an-hour breaking ball and an 89. That's right. It's a perfect pitch. And if you're the batter, I have no idea what's coming next.
Yep.
No idea.
Mm-hmm. Like Miller. I don't know what the game plan is here. Yamamoto and the Dodgers $1.65 against Nola. Nola's outs 8.5. Well, I read Suarez is going to go game 4. So who's behind him?
Well, here's the thing, right? Because if he's in trouble early, this is do or die now. It's an elimination game for you. So
you can't make it one time through the order?
I would say this, Paul.
Holy cow.
Aaron Nola is a guy that can give up 4 runs in the first inning.
Yeah, thank you. His ERA is 8 this year in the first inning.
Here's one for you. Can you find a bet, will Nola get yanked in the first inning? I would not be stunned for a second.
Hasn't started since September 26th. Yamamoto, 24 scoreless, no earned runs. 17.5. Over 170 is his outs prop. Dodgers 14-3 last 17 playoff games. Harper, Turner, Schwarber have done nothing. And not to mention, it's just fingers crossed. I know L.A. Jones sent a good tweet in. Dodgers should have at least 4 rings. How Roberts mishandles the pitching staff like he tried to do last night. But if they're going to set it up properly here with Sasaki behind Yamamoto, good luck. Adjusted series price, Dodgers 1,100. Again, the last team to come back down 0-2, the Yankees in 2017. The last team to do it after they lost the first 2 at home, the Blue Jays in 2015.
Yeah. Don't like their chances, buddy.
I think they're going to be all over Nola. And what's Yamamoto? If you don't want to lay the juice, Yamamoto to get a win is plus 130.
How about in the game coming up now in like an hour and a half, Game 3 in Detroit? How about nothing happens again, and we're betting like first 3, first 5, first 7, all unders.
That's not bad.
The game total is 7.5.
How the series has played out so far?
Sure, and you can envision like the Seattle bats are quiet again, and Gilbert puts on a masterpiece and strikes out like 9 guys, and it's another 2-1 final in that neighborhood.
Yeah. I cannot believe the tax on the Yankees. $1.75 at DraftKings.
What time? Okay, they bumped
7.
it up a half an hour.
Yeah.
All right, 7 o'clock Eastern now expected for the first pitch. Up next, we'll look at some line moves in college football this week. A 3-point move against one of the best teams in the country. I'm not so sure about that.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
NHL season underway. The 2-time defending champs, Florida, 2-1 lead over Chicago right now. End of one. The total closed at 5.5?
I believe so.
I believe. And
shots on goal, 19-4.
Oh, yeah, okay. Jonathan Davis came on the show, VSiN's NHL betting expert, an hour and 15 minutes ago, right before the game started, gave out 2 quick winners. One, Blackhawks to score a goal first in the first period, and also Nazir to score a goal in the game. That was plus 390 that he got it at.
Florida to win the game at DraftKings, minus 720. At Circa, 470.
Slight difference there. $3 difference, huh?
Oh, man.
Wow, always be shopping around.
Yeah.
College football numbers that we have coming up this week. I love the card. Any objection from you?
It's a good card,
I think
Mitch.
it's great.
I love the Thursday, Friday games, too. I'm with Paul Stone.
So Indiana's playing at Oregon. The Ducks opened up 10. It was down to 7.5 last night / early this morning. Now the more common number here is Oregon minus 7.5. Indiana so far, they have defeated Old Dominion. They're actually quite good. Kennesaw State, Indiana State. The Illinois win was really impressive. And they were in a dogfight against Iowa. Had a bye getting ready for this game. I will say this. I think Oregon is right there with Ohio State, the 2 best teams in the country. However, I don't know what to do with that Oregon win now at Penn State. Although that was 17-3 Ducks late.
Yeah, that's a tough place to play, though. I just think they got caught with their pants down against UCLA. But
weren't ready for the game, showed up with their C- game, thought they could win.
Yeah, and the coaching change worked out. I mean, that was just between Neuheisel and the interim, they sparked a fire. You were right. Looked like UCLA was a top 20 outfit.
They look good. They actually did in that
good.
game, yeah.
Yeah.
I just think this is too short of a number. I think I have to bet the Ducks in this game. Don't you?
Yeah, I agree with Paul Stone's breakdown. I love Signetti, but when they take up that big step up in competition,
Bingo.
It hasn't gone well. Now, the Ohio State game last year, too, was also bad. It was a jailbreak on every play. They couldn't protect the quarterback.
That's right.
And they benefited from some special teams issues there as well. So, didn't go well, and he's also right about the misleading score against Notre Dame. I remember Signetti waving the flag in that game, punting down 3 scores in the fourth quarter.
Sure.
In that one. I'm surprised at the line here. Missouri, Alabama. Bama's down to 2.5 at ESPN. Bet.
Holy smokes. Open up 5.5.
Yeah.
Okay, so Missouri has great numbers, right? And they're undefeated, and they have been clicking all year long. But let me point out, again, their wins so far this year, and they're off a bye here against Alabama. Central Arkansas, Kansas, Louisiana, South Carolina, and UMass.
They haven't played a road game.
No, this is another home game for them.
Yeah.
They will not go on the road until after this one when they take on Auburn.
They play 4 road games the whole season, and they close Oklahoma, Arkansas. So it sets up beautifully, if they can get this, that they could go to the playoff.
So are people betting on Missouri in this game because they're off the bye? Alabama is not, and they have played a mini gauntlet so far to begin the year. Losing to Florida State. Now, I'll throw in the Wisconsin game, but they're not great.
Yeah.
At Georgia, back-to-back here, and then Vanderbilt. And that was a close game throughout, and that game, they never should have covered the game.
No, you're a bad beat. You're right. I'd be a little bit concerned with what Missouri allowed to South Carolina, and especially Kansas.
The Kansas game,
They were down in that game and somehow covered, and then the 29-20 against South Carolina. I like Bama in the game.
Yeah, so do I. Oklahoma and Texas. Again, the look-ahead number, or the game of the year number, was 10, Texas. Because they were preseason number 1 in Oklahoma. Although people were high on them, were like, yeah, they're not close to Texas. Well, fast forward to today, and it's like a pick 'em now at some spots. Or Texas is a 1-point favorite, and now that rumor came out, or the story did, that John Mateer wants to push it and play today. We talked to Paul Stone 45 minutes ago. If you missed our conversation, you can always go back and listen to the Follow the Money podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And he said all the right things with John Mateer. Like, there's no doubt they're going to dress him up for this game. And he'll be in uniform come Saturday, and they're going to say it's a game-time decision. But what to expect after that, he has no idea. And that's probably the right approach at this point.
I wouldn't play him. You're also, the committee's going to cut you a break even if you lose the game.
I agree.
Heisman candidate, and they could still win the game without him. That's how bad Texas has looked at times.
Maybe.
Yeah, okay. But, again, you got the gauntlet after this. You should be able to beat South Carolina. And then you have Ole Miss, Tennessee, Alabama, Missouri, and LSU to close the season. Oh, God.
Well, let me ask you this.
I can't believe that.
I know. How many losses do you think Texas has still? They have 2 on the year.
Well, there's more coming.
By the way, do you know who their wins are over so far?
They have no one good.
San Jose State, UTEP, and Sam Houston State.
Yeah.
They've lost to Ohio State and Florida. So they're at Kentucky, at Miss State. That Miss State game will not be easy for them. They host Vandy. They're at Georgia. They play against Arkansas, and they're at Texas A&M. With the way that Arch Manning looks right now in this offense, and they can't do much of anything, are we talking about one of the biggest flops in recent years?
Yes. The USC team with Barkley. Were they not preseason 1 or 2?
Yeah.
I think they've had 6 losses. He was supposed to be a top 5 pick. I think he went 4th, 5th round or something.
Yeah. Now, it happens every year. A top 10 team will finish on rank. But they were preseason number 1. He was the short shot to win the Heisman, and he was the short shot to be the number 1 pick in the draft. If the guy, first of all, now there's no way, no how he can actually declare to go early. And would he even get drafted at this point? If his name wasn't Arch Manning, where does he go? He's probably playing for an FCS school next year. Mm-hmm. If his name's not Arch Manning. Mm-hmm. I wish Mateer was playing in this game. Because I think Oklahoma would probably wallop them. Ohio State plays at Illinois. Buckeyes opened up 16.5, down much closer to the key number of 14 now. Stone made the case for the under in this game. This might be another one where Illinois plays good competition, although they, good win against USC. And
I know. I don't have a feel on that one. That one's tough. I guess you would trust Illinois at home just to hang within 2 touchdowns. But the late games are fire. A big chance here for Utah. Got to have it game for Utah. Arizona State, 1 loss. Utah, 1 loss. Utah's up to 5.5 in a big late game against the Sun Devils. What do you think?
I have no idea how good Utah is right now.
Yeah?
How do you gauge them with their wins?
Boy, and that Arizona State loss is huge now. They blew that Mississippi State
Of course.
game. Oh, that was bad.
No doubt. But they've had, they played Texas Tech, by far and away the best team on their schedule, speaking of the home team here, and they were never really in the game.
Well, they turned it over, I know, but that was bad. No question. That was also the backup quarterback in there, too, who took them out no problem. That was concerning what happened. But I think you'll get good Dampier in this one, and I think Utah will win.
Arizona State's off the bye. That's big.
Yeah.
And I will say that their last 2 wins now, pretty impressive to go to Baylor and win. TCU's good. They beat TCU.
TCU blew that game, though. TCU outplayed them.
Well,
They went back-to-back turnovers there late in the game. Hoover handed them the ball.
Yeah.
It was a bad loss by TCU.
Much like how Arizona State blew the game against Mississippi State. So they're probably 4-1. That makes sense. Do you want to bet under Florida and Texas A&M, the way the Skaters team's been? Although it went over last week?
Yeah, I was surprised by that. Not that they won, but how high scoring it was. I would say based on the A&M Auburn final, I would say also under in this one. In a low-scoring game.
I think A&M's pretty good.
All right. How about USC? Wisconsin gave Michigan a game.
Yeah, they did.
And you want Lincoln Riley at home, not on the road, though. I would take the Trojans at home. Fight on.
Yeah, and you can find 2.5, by the way.
Yeah.
There are some threes out there, so if you like them, you got to find the 2.5s, obviously.
Where are you at with Texas Tech?
Oh, I think they can win the whole thing.
Do you?
I think they're awesome.
All right.
Because, first of all,
I love this story.
Ohio State and Oregon, to me, are the two best teams.
Yeah.
Then there's a drop-off. But I think Texas Tech is pretty much right in that second tier.
What do you got, Miami?
In that second tier. I would not put them with I put them behind those two teams, but, Chris Massero, our buddy, has Texas Tech, I think, 200-1 to win the whole thing. He bought in on all of the transfer portal stuff, and it has worked out so far.
Yeah.
They look like they pass like every test, man.
Those boosters were right. They said, a couple boosters talked to my buddies, we're going to kick the hell out of Houston, and they were right.
Yeah.
And they did it. And they go to Tempe. Other than that, it's doable. At Kansas State shouldn't be that big of a deal, and you get BYU at home.
Well, I'll tell you what.
It's set up for Texas Tech.
Do you know how big that game turns into if Arizona State pulls the mild upset this week against Utah?
Or if you didn't lose. You didn't lose the Miss State game, but
it's an absolute monster.
Yeah, right. That's awesome.
Why? Where are you at Texas Tech overall?
I'm shocked how good they are defensively.
Well,
that's the big thing.
Yeah, you can't do anything against them.
Yeah. As the season settles in, the market gets sharper in the NFL. Finding edges isn't easy. Save 40% on our football season special with Follow the Money promo code FTM. Every best bet, every host, every guest, the DraftKings and Circa betting splits, the AI-powered NFL prop projections, 24/7 live video, and the NBA betting guides out today. NHL season underway. Blackhawks just tied it. 2-2 early second period. Triple header today. Lock it in, 40% off code FTM. VSiN.com/subscribe.
We have to talk some contests up next. Grandissimo's down to 16 entries. Derek Stevens makes his weekly appearance coming up here on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
This is Follow the Money on VSiN.
Welcome back. Time now for our weekly chat with the owner and the CEO of Circa Las Vegas, the Golden Gate, and the D, all in downtown. Derek Stevens joins the program now. Good to see you again. How are you?
How you doing, fellas? I'm glad I got back. I was down at G2E earlier today.
How's that going so far this week?
It's pretty good. Pretty busy. Yeah, it's good.
As always, right?
As always, a lot of new games to see. I will tell you what, Pauly, we are going to have a lot of fun marble racing next year. Marble racing is coming, and it's going to be fun to watch. I'll tell you, I could see myself having a couple beers watching marble. This marble racing is fascinating. You know, Sigma Derby is only 5 horses, right?
Yes.
And you got to bet the exacta. In marble racing, there's 8 marbles, and the way this thing goes up and down and all that, I couldn't believe it. It was awesome.
Okay, very cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you were at the Mariners-Tigers game 2 Sunday night.
Yeah.
Game 3 now, we've been waiting for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
They're going to have the first pitch coming up in about 37 minutes, I believe.
Yeah.
You like anything in this game?
Well, I know the Detroit fans are going to be well lubricated, that's for sure.
Yeah.
They've been sitting in the concourse with nothing to do besides drink beer. And I think based upon Wilbo's update of all his buddies, they've been doing a pretty good job of it right now. I think now, the Tigers are a slight underdog in the series, a slight underdog in the game today. Seattle still got to win 2 out of 3. Are they going to win 2 on the road? Or are they going to have to go home and beat Scoobel?
I know.
It's a tough call at this point in time.
How about this? Because of this now very long rain delay, How much do you think that increased the betting handle here?
I would say some, to potentially a lot more. The game was just too early, so I'd rather have the game going a little bit later tonight. It's a Tuesday. We're going to have 2 games on as part of a public service announcement on, for what we do. The Tiger Mariner game is going to be kicked to FS2. So for those of you that don't know where FS2 is, it's 618 on DirecTV. It's 319 on Cox. If you're on Comcast, look it up in advance because it looks like that's what they're moving everybody to.
Yeah.
Because when you go to FS1, they're going to be showing the other game.
Right.
Great job. Active content. Imagine going into a sports bar.
You have no chance.
No chance with the bartender.
There's no chance in America. So you're going to go to a sports bar, and if you get the remote control, it won't be on the grid. Mm-hmm. You got to kind of know, okay, who's your provider? And you got to know the numbers.
Yes.
You could be out of luck. What if you're on a date tonight? You're going to be going crazy. You're going to have your phone up like this. Tough.
It is. We finally saw the no pick die down a little bit.
Yeah.
5 no pick. But as you've been talking about every week, when is this going to end with the picking underdogs and how many teams are used? Still 21 teams used in this week, and we finally had carnage, though. But I am, like you every week, surprised at the amount of teams used.
Yeah, I mean, if you were someone that picked an underdog and, you got real cute about it, you picked, let's say you picked the Titans or you picked the Panthers. Well, so you picked the Titans, I get it, but there's still 4,646 teams left. So you got through by taking a crazy long shot of week 5, but now you're 1 out of 4,600. I don't know that I still think it's too early to take these long shots in general. There's too many people taking underdogs in week 2, 3, 4, and 5. That even if you got through, so what? Really, I don't think you got enough value for it.
And I wonder how many of these big groups that have teamed together actually had a bunch of picks on their opponent.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So of the group or the person that had the Titans on 1, like how many did they have overall in Arizona?
Yeah.
So you burned that many to your point, and now you got that 1 on Tennessee left of 4,669.
Right. All right. This. I think we could all say this Arizona game. We were at the baseball game, so I kind of missed this out. We had to rewatch it. Holy smokes! I think this is fair to say. This might be the worst beat in Circa, the worst beat ever in one of these football contests. Would that be fair to say?
Yes.
Oh,
it
yes.
is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I think forget about contest, just period, to win the game or on a
should be up 28-6.
Yes.
28-6.
And then the interception was ridiculous.
Oh my goodness.
And then the off the face mask as well.
Oh.
How about 41% still have the Bills available on the remaining people?
Yeah. 1,878 have the Bills available out of the 4,646. So
that's awesome.
It's a lot.
Wow.
It's a lot. I really didn't think there's going to be anybody left with Bills after week 5. I thought they'd all use them in week 4. I was a little surprised in week 4 that it wasn't used more often. And then obviously what happened last week. But yeah, there's 1,800 Bills left. Here's the big one, though, this week. 4,623 out of 4,646 have Green Bay available.
Oh boy!
I mean, you got almost 99.9% of the pools got Green Bay. They're what are we at? A 14.5? Okay, and the next biggest favorite's a 7.5. Wow!
I'll say this:
Wow.
if Green Bay did not have Carolina at home in Week 9, there's your all-time record for a big-time percentage for one team would be this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
What'd you think of the carnage in Grandissimo?
Oh.
We're down to 16 now.
From 55 down to 16 in 1 week. Oh my goodness!
It's a lot of money.
That was something. I mean, you go out. I saw David Baker put something out there. I've seen obviously a lot of these people say, that were on the Cardinals. Like, oh my God, to losing a game like that, you'll never forget it. You'll just never forget it. Yeah, amazing. So we're down to 16 right now going in. Availability, though, on Grandissimo. I don't know if you've seen this, but out of availability on Circa Grandissimo, 16 for 16 have Green Bay available.
Okay.
How many teams get used in Grandissimo this week?
2, 3. Could be 1.
Could be 1.
Could be. I mean, it's
Multiple
a different
people step
it's a
out.
different. It's a different. Yeah, you can make a good argument. Okay, you're gonna step out. Let's step out.
How about all 16 people use the Packers and they lose?
Wow, that would be a heck of a chop.
Contest is over with.
What if 15 people take Green Bay and somebody takes the night game? We could have the ultimate scramble the hedge.
Could
You
be.
know, last week though, after Minnesota won the early game, so just before 10 a.m., there was a moment in time when that particular team, the Dream Team is their name, they could have scooped the whole thing. They were a four game parlay away from scooping the whole $6.9 million. Crazy.
That is true.
What do you think that parlay would have paid?
We did the math for the documentary. We paid 205 to 1.
Interesting.
If you took all 4 dogs,
Right.
it paid 205 to 1.
Do a round robin.
Yeah, we were doing the math quickly as we were
Good
going
job.
live on the air. That would have been something. A round robin would have been the way to play.
Yeah, there you go.
Because effectively, you can still get a little bit of cash. You don't have to have this crazy 205 to 1 thing where all 4 go nuts. Yeah.
The Circa Millions top 5 posted a losing record again. That's been incredible to follow with the top 5 most selected. But 21-4, your leader, and 4-21, the worst record, Booby.
Yeah.
I saw they
You
tweeted
see
today.
who's in the lead?
Who is that?
Private Plane Wayne.
No way! That's who that is?
How can that be?
No way.
He's 21-4. Private
Oh,
Plane
my
Wayne
God.
4 and Retchie. They're tied at 21-4.
Is he doing the opposite on one entry? Did he get creative or no?
He's not because
not?
we would see him over here on the
Right,
last
Wayne.
place leaders saw
Good
it.
job.
Wow.
I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah, first
Good
time
for him.
He sent me the screenshot this morning. I was still asleep. I was like, "What is this?" He's pretty happy about it.
I bet he is.
Sure. Running
Good
hot.
start.
Is he in these? So he's got 4. How many entries does he have in the millions?
He's got 5.
He's got 5?
Yeah.
And he's on his own?
I don't,
that you
he's
don't
got
know?
a partner with I don't know what he's got a partner with everybody. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's the spot that you want to be in then.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, in the last place, we got 3 tied at 4-21 for the Booby.
Going to be a good race for that prize the entire year potentially.
Sure will. Yep.
How was the game?
It was good. Yeah, it was
they
good.
lost, but-
They lost. I mean, no, they lost. If the Tigers would have won, it would have been great. No, it was good. It was loud. It was perfect weather. Seattle fans were very nice.
Okay.
They were kind of too nice.
Too nice?
Too nice.
You didn't like it? Yeah.
They're like, hey, just want to wish you best of luck. I had a couple of good sports. Hey, let the best team win type of thing. This was a little bit different than when I watched the Tigers. I went to Yankee Stadium. It was a little bit different.
How would you compare playoff baseball in spots like that to playoff hockey in person?
I playoff baseball is just so good.
It's the nuts,
I
right?
just love playoff
It's so
baseball.
good.
I just love it. It is unbelievable. The chess moves.
Yep. Thanks, Derek. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Up next, we'll recap last night's in-pocket plays and tell you what we're betting next here on Follow the Money. It's VSiN, the Sports Betting Network.
The guy has an algorithm to determine the winner of any given college basketball game.
Someone gives you 10,000 to 1 on anything. You take it. Take it. Take it.
I bet you $20 I can get you gambling before the end of the day. No way. I'll give you 3 to 1 odds. Nope. 5 to 1. Nope. 10 to 1. You're on.
An incredible week of action, all the carnage and the comebacks. Most double-digit comebacks in an NFL week in 12 years. And the Chiefs did it last night again, up 14-0. Jacksonville comes all the way back and wins. Kansas City money line a loser, and the 99-yard pick 6. Incredible. And Lawrence looked good in
He
a
really
good
did.
game. Yep. Thornton, no problem. I didn't have most yards in the game. I can't. We're just going to keep that quiet about his prop every single week, about what books are doing. Anyways, that was a winner as he had 90 yards. Blue Jays, Yankees over tonight, and also Commanders 5.5. It's now came down. I bet that a week ago. Look ahead line. Commanders 4.5 Monday night against the Bears. If you want to jump in now, a good doubleheader next week. And Blue Jays, Yankees over tonight. I expect some thunder with the bats. I think they'll get to Bieber, and I think the Blue Jays will touch up Rodon as well. I also like Rodon over outs in this game, 14.5.
Good luck, Pauly. Yeah, I was with you last night on Thornton, over 14.5 yards. That dropped, by the way, right before opening kick. It went down to 12.5. So the betting market was wrong on that one, and I never thought to ladder him.
Yeah, with the Worthy news. But they take shots to him every game.
Yeah, that's the one that you also want to file away, is that, again, Worthy got dinged up again last night.
The handoff?
Yeah, 100%.
Yep, right away.
Now, he was minus 235 to get one carry in the game, but his yards prop was, I think, around 4.5, and it was one carry for 9 yards, but that got the job done.
I can't believe the quarterbacks. Oh. Both with a touchdown, both longest rush over, yards over, and they both led their teams in rushing.
Well, that's the one that we missed. We brought it up. I looked for it. Mahomes was 13-1 most rushing, but didn't pull it. The one from Sunday that talked about last week as well and had on the website, Montgomery did lead the Lions in rushing the entire game on Sunday. Going back home, playing Cincinnati for the first time, that was plus 310. As for tonight, yeah, I'm on Rodon out, so you can get it right now. DraftKings, plus 102. For those of you with access to Novig, they're at plus 116. That's absolutely worth a bet. So is plus money here at 102 at DraftKings. They are going to leave him in. I don't think that you can actually go to this pen right away with the guy. He's not striking out a ton of dudes right now, getting more contact, and the Blue Jays are absolutely elite at creating contact with the bats. So I'll go over 4.5 outs tonight for Carlos Rodon.
Like it. Will we have 4 games tomorrow? You say yes? Yankees stave off elimination?
I'm not so sure about that. That number, you know what I should do? We should both be on the Blue Jays tonight at that number.
Yep.
And if it loses, it loses. So
that's right. G-Bank built with sports bettors in mind. Right now, earn a $50 cashback reward bonus once you're approved and your account's open with the G-Bank Visa Signature Card. Most credit cards treat sportsbooks and gaming transactions as cash advances, even when it's your own money. G-Bank treats them as regular purchases. No cash advance fees. You save up to 3 to 5% on every deposit. You'll earn 1% cash back on all eligible sportsbooks and gaming transactions. 2% cash back on everything else you buy. Apply now. VSiN.com/GBank. VSiN.com/GBank. Hopefully the weather cooperates tomorrow, too. You could have maybe 3 games at the same time.
That'd be great.
NBA guide came out today. Pick it up. Everyone did a great job. A plethora of picks in there. Good timing with Shams. So Milwaukee ownership and management paid Freak a visit in Greece, face-to-face. He wasn't so sure about their plan and what they did. His concern about going out 3 years in a row in the first round. They acquired Turner. Didn't seek his approval. But they finally picked up the phone call in August and the Knicks called. They engaged in conversations for a brief time. They never got traction on a deal. Sources insisted, though, the Knicks didn't make a strong enough offer to even get the discussions going, and let's throw out some parameters and guys.
Did Shams break down like any possible package that the Knicks were actually pondering? That was not part of the story. I want to know like how many picks were going to be involved, and were the Knicks willing to gut their entire team to bring in Giannis?
Yes, right. Would it? Yeah, that'd be a good discussion. But sounding by they didn't make a serious offer or anything. According to one source, New York believes the Bucks were never serious about entertaining a trade.
I could see that. But, you know, as I've said a million times, Pauly, you have to have the conversation. Because what if the Knicks would have said, here's Towns, here's like 3 other dudes, and oh, by the way, here's 5 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me sleep on that one.
Throw something out there. See if they bite. You never know.
You can never
what
say never.
What just happened with Luka? Yeah, I know. With the whole Luka story?
Yeah.
You never know. In a telling exchange, and people questioning the relationship and what kind of terms they're on, the owner said at Media Day, why is the owner at Media Day?
Well, I think they're doing that more and more now.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. He had a conversation with Freak in June, and he said he expressed his commitment to Milwaukee. An hour later, Freak said, I don't recall that.
What?
Yeah. The last 3 years, we've been eliminated in the first round. So it's not much to talk about. We got to stay locked in, and hopefully we don't get eliminated in the first round. That's pretty much it. We go from there. He couldn't be a media day because he was, I think there was a COVID issue, what happened. But this is interesting to follow. This is the talk around the league right now.
Do you want to remember how Freak finished the regular season last year? I mean, his numbers were they were preposterous how good he was, right? There's an angle here now where he's going to be playing like more point this year, and his numbers are going to his assist numbers will go up.
Yeah.
You know, the rebounds and the points are going to be there as well. He's going to be elite defensively. Would you buy? Is it buying at the lowest mark for Giannis's career, like in the last 6-7 years to win the MVP this year? Because the East can be had, and if they're good enough to be like the 3 seed in the East,
they're getting no respect.
Oh, I know.
Even though they made moves and there's a ton of injuries.
Yeah, but do you love the roster?
I got to see what it looks like.
I'm not a huge fan of the roster.
Yeah.
But again, I have to have an open mind because, like you said, ton of injuries, and the East is going to be potentially wide open this year.
Yeah, that'll be wild to follow. You're right. Or you buy in Orlando, you buy in Atlanta. Someone could sneak up there, the 3. Oh, big surprise. The Sixers have injuries already. You got that as well. Interesting day in the NFL. Flacco traded inside the division, and they want him to start Sunday against the Packers for the Bengals. Jerry Jones fined $250,000. It was an accident, inadvertent, that I gave Jet fans the finger. I meant to give them thumbs up. Okay. And then the other piece of this, and
very easy to confuse. I
didn't see it till you mentioned it after the show yesterday, with the video of Gannon. I sat there for 10 minutes numb. I can't believe I was knocked out of Survivor. What happened with the air? Can you imagine? What do you do if you're the head coach? Arizona Cardinals just fined Gannon $100,000 because he kind of swiped down and touched.
I called it a swing yesterday.
Okay,
it was a very aggressive parting of that confrontation where definitely his arm went like this somehow.
Imagine, I'm just going to say he's had the conversation to the team, and it still happened. And then they blow the game.
By the way, that's possible.
Imagine, yes, it is. I can't imagine put myself in his shoes about how I would have handled that, because I would have went right after the guy. We're sitting here betting Survivor, all this. I'm out thinking the emotions you're going through and how ticked off you are. It's I can't believe this happens every single week in this sport. Imagine what you're doing if you're the head coach and he's right there in front of you.
Right, that could have been it. He could have actually told them, yo, man, Mitchell just did this to the Colts. We showed the entire team the video and said, never, ever on my watch can this happen. And here you are the next week, you go out there and pull the same jackass move? If you did that, if you did your job as a coaching staff and the players are still that dumb to allow something like that simple to happen, and it's such an unnecessary football move to make, right? And it still happens, you just got to be beside yourself as a head coach. You just can't get through to your players. They're not listening. They don't take it seriously. I don't know what the story is. It's never going to change.
Well, things have changed, too, about what's over the line. I remember Lou Holtz grabbing a Notre Dame player by a face mask. And what are you doing? But he apologized afterwards.
Will it happen again this year, Paul?
Oh, God, that's a good prop. Are you talking college, too?
I'll throw in college.
NFL?
Will it happen in college or the NFL this year again? Player drops it at the goal line.
Yes, minus $5.
Okay. Because if you made it like a pick-em, obviously that's a yes for everything I can possibly get down on it.
It should never happen again.
Yeah.
Forget it. And then NFL, it shouldn't happen again this season. What would you do with the number over 2.5 teams selected in Grandissimo? I'll say over minus 170.
Well, we're definitely getting at least 2. I'm not going to say which teams I think they're going to be, but we're going to get at least 2. The question is, do we get a third team? So far, at least one entry has been going out.
It's wild.
Using a wheelbarrow to put their pick in.
I know.
If you know what I'm talking about.
But that's a scenario. Let's say you use Denver. Denver wins, and then the 15 other people are on the Packers.
Right. Prime time next. Murray, Humans, good luck with the bets tonight.